Kat, and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. Today I'm sitting down to share with you my thoughts on products from one of my favorite brands, and that brand is Kinship. They are a clean skincare brand. They are carried at Ulta and Credo, and also they're available on the Kinship website. And I have to confess that I have been sent a number of products from Kinship. The reason why that's happened is because I have fallen head over heels in love with some of their products. They saw me talking about them, they put me on the PR list and have been sending them to me. But I have to say, regardless of the fact that they've sent me the products, I love them. I have purchased some of them on my own as well. What I love about Kinship is they have amazing products that are really at a more reasonable price. Skincare can get incredibly expensive, especially in the clean beauty space. And I love that Kinship has effective, clean skincare. A lot of it, if not all of it, is vegan. I have to start off with a spoiler, which is that I don't dislike any of the products. Like, all of their products are really great. They work really well on my skin. And there are some that, for various reasons, I prefer a little bit more than others. But, you know, when you like a whole bunch of products, there's some that are like your staples, so it makes sense. But I do want to share my thoughts on them, what I think would work well for you, what might not work well for you, all of that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I have to start off with the product that began my whole love affair with the brand, and that is the Kinship Self-Reflect Sunscreen. I have the big tube of this here. They do have a little bit of a smaller size, but this one is a better value for your money. I purchased my first tube of this on my own, and then they did send me this tube here. So why I love the sunscreen, I have oily, acne-prone skin, and I wear sunscreen every single day. I have a super fair porcelain skin, and I avoid the sun at all costs. I never leave the house without sunscreen on, and what I find challenging is I only use physical sunscreens, so only zinc oxide or titanium dioxide based sunscreens for a number of reasons. One being that I've found that I'm kind of very sensitive to chemical sunscreens. I'm very conscious about using reef-safe sunscreens, and physical sunscreens are reef-safe, and I think that is crucial. Like, no one should be using a sunscreen that's not safe for coral reefs. Like, there are so many great alternatives on the market. There really is no excuse. But what I like about this is it's SPF 32, so it's a very good level of SPF for daily use. And I also like that it's not too heavy or oily or greasy on my skin. As I mentioned before, I do have oily skin, and a lot of sunscreens can feel heavy or make my skin feel overly greasy throughout the day, and this doesn't do that. Also, I haven't had any issues with it breaking me out. I've been using it daily for like at least a year at this point. Over a year. Why am I saying it's been over a year at this point, and I don't have any issues with breaking out. In fact, my skin, in terms of breakouts, has been some of the best that it's been in pretty much all my life, which I am very grateful for. And so I can definitely attest that the sunscreen has not been triggering any breakouts. And what I love about it is slightly tinted, and I get asked a lot of questions about that with the sunscreen. It does have a slight tint to it, but I find that it really rubs out to be quite sheer on me. That tint really just helps there not to be any sort of white cast with the sunscreen. So once I get it rubbed out, once I get it rubbed out, it was kind of hard to rub out without actually seeing what I was doing. You can't see the sunscreen. And I do have to say, I do have very fair porcelain skin. And so this tint doesn't deepen my skin. It doesn't make me look orange, which I do have that problem with some sunscreens that have tints. So if you have really fair skin, I find the tint in this really just helps the sunscreen to blend in and look sheer on the skin. If you have a deeper skin tone, I have no idea whether this would white cast you or not. If you've tried it and have a deeper skin tone, let us know in the comment section down below. But I can say for me and my skin, this is one of the least white casting sunscreens. In fact, it really doesn't white cast at all on me. And that's another reason why I love it. So this has become a staple, and the price on this is really quite great considering the overall quality of the product. So this is a product, I don't know what would ever cause me to stop using this, because I can't, if they stop making it, that'd be the only reason why I would stop using it, because this is an absolute staple in my routine. And I have to admit, I like the formula so much. Sometimes I'll put it on my hands and my arms. So Kinship really needs to come out with a body sunscreen. That is what I am waiting for, because this formula is so good. I would love that in a body sunscreen. Okay, the next product I'm going to talk about is this one here. This is the Kinship Pimple Potion, and this is a spot treatment for any sort of breakouts. I have to say, as I mentioned, I have oily, acne-prone skin, so I do suffer from breakouts from time to time. And this product has really been great in helping to clear out those breakouts. It does have retinol and also salicylic acid. The one caveat I will say is because of those two ingredients, it does tend to be a bit drying. Where I put it on with a breakout, it will kind of a couple days later peel a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. When my skin peels from using a product like this, it kind of comes off in like one big flake, and then like my skin underneath, yeah, it's still a little bit red from where the breakout was, but like it's not an issue. Like it's not like those little flakes that get everywhere. It's kind of like one big flake and then it's okay. I don't know if that made any sense. And also I do have to say I have oily skin, so maybe that's why it kind of peels in that way, but I don't find it at all bothersome. In fact, when I see that peel kind of happen, I know that that's my skin recovering from the breakout and getting ready to move on. I like to use this in conjunction with acne patches. I like the ones from Hero Cosmetics. If I have a breakout that's formed a whitehead, I will put those on, and that'll help to draw out the fluid that's in the breakout out. And then once I've kind of moved through that step, and then I will follow up with this product here, and it will completely get rid of my breakout. Also, if you have a breakout that's kind of like sitting under the skin and not really forming a whitehead, this will help to kind of clear that up as well. So definitely a staple in my routine, and really just made a big difference in treating breakouts, which who doesn't have a breakout from time to time? Like this is such a valuable product to keep on hand, just because, you know, inevitably at some point you're going to get a breakout, especially wearing face masks. And this definitely does work in clearing them up. This product here is a new favorite of mine. This is the Kinship Super Mellow Hydrating Gel Cream. And Kinship sent over a sample of the Super Mellow Hydrating Gel Cream along with another product that I'll talk about in just a moment. And I was trying it out. I just happened to finish out my Alpine Rose, their moisturizer. That's the one I had been using, and obviously I needed a new moisturizer because I finished that one. So I picked up and started using this one, and instantly fell in love. So I went through the sample. I happened to be going downtown. I actually went to Credo for the first time in over a year and picked this up in the store, which was amazing because I fell in love with it. And also when I was in Credo, I was speaking to one of the employees there, and they said that the Kinship sunscreen has become one of their overall best-selling products. So if you didn't take my word for how awesome that sunscreen is, that should indicate something. And why I like this product so much is it is really moisturizing, but it's not heavy. And I think that's because it's this gel cream formula. So it's not an oil-based cream, it's a water-based cream, and I definitely can tell that in applying it. And for me, that works super well on my skin. Got it kind of got some scooped out on my finger here, and you can kind of see it's really cool. Yeah, it's just such a beautiful product, and I honestly find it to be really cooling a bit when I put it on, which is interesting. It just feels very refreshing and nice on the face. But why I love this is I have oily skin. I want a moisturizer, but I don't want like an overly heavy moisturizer. And especially with being in the summer months, something like this is absolutely perfect, where it definitely moisturizes my skin, but it's not too heavy, it's not too much. Also, it has a beautiful, kind of like slightly sweet smell to it. It is absolutely delicious smelling. Like I really want to just scoop it up and eat it every time I use it. But I do really like it. One of the things I love about Kinship is that their products are not laden with essential oils or actives. It's just really effective ingredients that don't stress out your skin. And this is just a great moisturizer. The full size costs $24, which, I mean, like I said, for a clean, meaty moisturizer, that is a great price. And I forgot to mention that a lot of the packaging like this is made from recycled ocean plastic. So even though it is plastic packaging, it's not just, you know, virgin plastic. It is recycled plastic and coming from oceans, which is even better because we need to get plastic out of the oceans. But this has become quickly a favorite of mine. The next product here is this one, and this is one of their newer releases. This is the Kinship Oat Ceramide Relief Oil. This is what they sent to me, and it's a sample of the moisturizer. I have to say I really have been enjoying this. I haven't been using it as much as the moisturizer just because of the time of year. I do have oily skin, so I tend to not reach for oils as much during this time of year because my skin is doing enough on the oil front itself. But I like having a product like this. It's a really nice oil in that, once again, it's not laden with essential oils or anything or actives. It's just a really nice soothing oil. And I think especially if you have dry skin, this could be an incredible product. And with the oats and ceramides in it, it's called the Oat Ceramide Relief Oil. It's a very soothing, calming oil. I've been using this around my mouth and my nose. I have been using a retinol product, and I find that that can especially dry out those areas around my face. And so when I'm seeing a bit of that dryness, I will put this on specifically on those areas, and when I wake up the next morning, those areas are looking so much less dry, it's so much happier. So I can tell that this is really working in a very effective oil. And I know, especially once we get back around to fall and winter, this is going to become a staple in my routine. And this oil too is not an overly thick, gloopy, heavy oil. It sinks in really nicely, which is also what I look for in face oils. Because I feel like this whole video is that I have oily skin, but when you have oily skin, the weight of products, the way they feel on your skin becomes even more important, because you just don't want heavy things on your skin. And my skin just drinks this oil up, and I don't feel it sitting on me, which is what I want with an oil, with a face oil. So this is another great product, one of their newer releases. The next product here is the Kinship Naked Papaya. This is a gentle enzyme face cleanser. Definitely smells like papaya. It does have papaya enzymes in it. It's called a gentle face cleanser. It's definitely more of a creamy cleanser. It doesn't suds up that much. It's definitely a creamy cleanser. If you've used a creamy cleanser, you know what I'm talking about. And I like this product, but for me and my oily skin, especially when I'm doing a double cleanse and washing off my makeup at night, I find that I need something a little bit more sudsy, foamy, just personally for me and my skin type. But I do like using this in the morning. I do like to use a gentle cleanser in the morning, because I do wash my face morning and night. Because let's be honest, my face gets oily overnight. Like if I try and put on makeup with where my skin is at without washing it, everything will just like slide off, especially because I'm putting on moisturizers and sometimes oils. So I do really like this for morning cleanses for me. It does work really well. It's not overly stripping. It's definitely a gentle product. And I do like that it has a little bit of enzyme action going on. I find that things that are have some enzymes in it, especially when I'm using them in face washes, can be really helpful with my skin type and my skin needs. I think if you have more normal to dry skin, this could work great for both morning and night washes. I definitely like it and have been enjoying using it. The next product here is the Kinship Instaswap Lemon Honey AHA pads. So these are exfoliating pads. They're little rounds that are soaked in solution. And I believe that these, if I remember properly, these rounds are compostable. I like things that provide a little bit of chemical exfoliation from time to time. I find that it works really well on my skin, and I've definitely been enjoying these. Also, I've been using these. This is a very specific problem I've been having. But I do get breakouts on my back, especially during the summer months. And I've been using these, especially on my back, and it has been helping a lot to clear up the breakouts. Been using this, of course, in conjunction with the Pimple Potion. And it definitely is giving my back that little bit of extra chemical exfoliation that it needs to clear those breakouts out. I also will use this on my face from time to time. And what I like about this is it is so much faster and easier than doing some sort of chemical exfoliation mask or treatment. Sometimes, life is busy and you don't have time to sit with a mask on for 20 minutes or 10 minutes. You just need some, to treat your face and continue on with your day. And something like this is great for that. I've seen a lot of AHA pads like this on the market, but this is definitely one of the more affordable options. It is $24. The price sticker is still on the bottom. I've very much been enjoying this. We're almost done. We have 2 more products. The next one here is the Kinship Mint Mud Deep Pore Detox Mask. I have to say, like I said, I don't always have time for masks, but especially when I'm masking during the summer, I love nothing more than kind of a minty mask. It is so refreshing. It feels like you are at a spa. I just feel so refreshed and relaxed. Something about mint always does that for me. And I like this mask because it is a detox, like a detox mask, but I don't have to mix a clay mask. I hate mixing clay masks. This is like a clay mask that's already mixed up. And what I also like about this mask is I find that I leave it on for probably Well, it says to leave it on to apply an even layer and let it dry and then rinse it away. I find that normally that's in the 5 to 10 minute range, which if I'm going to have time for a mask, something on that time scale is what I have time for. So I definitely been enjoying this. I do, like I said, have acne prone skin, and I feel like using a detoxifying mask like this does help. You know, it's hard to tell if something like this like definitely makes a huge difference from one time to another, but from time to time, especially when I see my faces, the pores are looking kind of clogged, or I feel like I have a lot of breakouts, or like breakouts kind of under the skin, I will use something like this, and I do enjoy it. Because it is a mud mask, but it's already mixed up, I find it to not be overly drying. That's one of my complaints with like the clay mask that you mix with water or whatever, is those can be really drying and stripping, and I don't find that to be the case with this one, so I also really like that. And then the final product is their newest launch, and they actually did send this to me, but I was so curious about it. I didn't know I was going to be sent it, that I placed an order, so I'm about to have 2 of these, which I'm really glad for because I already am a huge fan. And this is the Kinship Super Melt, the vegan lip jelly mask. I know a lot of people think lip balms in winter, but honestly, I have dry lips all year round, including summer, so I was really glad to see this launch. I have been testing this out and already am a huge fan. It is such a lovely texture. It's like not too sticky or gloopy. It's the kind of product that you can use as a lip balm throughout the day, or if you want to wear it at night and really use it as a lip mask, you can put a bit more on and really have this super nourishing lip mask. Most of the time when I put some sort of lip balm on, I am a mouth breather when I sleep, so that's definitely part of the problem. But when I wake up in the morning, I don't even feel like I have the lip mask on anymore, or lip balm. It feels like it just is gone. Like my lips are dry. I put this on last night and I woke up and my lips, I could still feel the product on there. Like it stayed in place and my lips felt so nourished and so moisturized compared to how they normally feel. I mean, there are different lip products I like I like the Henna lip mask. I love the Cary Grant lip whip, but this is like, it's a heavy duty lip mask. It really is nourishing and I very much enjoy that. So that's why I'm glad to have 2 of them, because I can already tell I'm going to go through this product and I'm definitely going to wish that I had a second one on hand. So I will, and that will be awesome. So if you are curious about this product, it is really, really good. And it's also a vegan. Actually, I was checking on the back of all these. I think except for the lemon honey exfoliator, I think they're all vegan. I know this video is really positive, but it's because I genuinely like all the products, and it's not just because they send them to me. How this all started was because I tried out their products, I really liked them, and then they started sending some to me, and everything they've launched, everything they've released is really a high quality product that works well. The price point is great, it's more accessible, and it's just the kind of product that even if you have a different skin type than me, a lot of these products are formulated in a way that can work for a variety of skin types, and that is awesome. There are very few skincare brands that I feel like I can say that about. So when I recommend these products, I know that even, you know, if you have a slightly different skin type than me, these products would still probably work quite well for you. So let me know if you've tried out any of the Kinship products, and if you have, what some of your favorites are. I'm gonna bet I'm gonna see some responses about the sunscreen, because that one is such an amazing product. But thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you're notified of when I post new videos. And to come follow me on Instagram, I'm at naturallybeautifulgirlkat there. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!